Illinois Supreme Court has ordered Comcast to turn over the information of an anonymous commenter. Now, this anonymous commenter is being sued for defamation, but in order to be sued for defamation, of course, the person suing you needs to know what your identity is. This case centers around a man by the name of Bill Hadley, who was actually running for a political position in Illinois at the time. And apparently, during his run, there was someone who commented on a news story about him and basically compared him to Jerry Sandusky. Now, according to reports, the case was filed by Bill Hadley, who ran for the Stephenson County Board a few years ago. In 2011, the Freeport Journal-Standard published an article about him where the defendant, using the moniker Fuboy, left a couple of comments. Now, one of the comments said the following: "Hadley is a Sandusky waiting to be exposed. Check out the view he has of Empire from his front door." Empire is an elementary school. And of course, he's referring to Jerry Sandusky, who raped multiple young boys when he was a football coach.
So I think this is an interesting issue. We'll see if it's obvious at the end of the discussion, but do you think that Comcast should turn over the guy's records?
100%. And the reason why I say that is because any ordinary citizen would not be protected from a defamation lawsuit if they defame someone, right? If they defame someone's character. And in this case, just because of your online anonymity, you shouldn't be protected. You can't go online and defame someone's character just because it's the internet. We need to update our laws to take into account the advanced technology that we're dealing with.
So the reason why I hesitate is because I'm uncomfortable with the idea of internet companies turning their customers over.
Well, they're already doing that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm uncomfortable with that, right? But in this case, there is, as you point out, there's a weird dichotomy that if you go in and say to somebody in the street or on TV or on the radio or anything, this guy is a child molester, right? Well, you open yourself up to defamation, obviously, right? Yes. But so when you say it online, why should you get some weird extra protection because you hid your identity?
I agree with you. So there's a huge difference between this story and internet companies, or ISPs, I should say, handing over information to the federal government or the NSA. With the NSA, there is no court order. There is no probable cause. They just indiscriminately collect all of our information in the name of national security, right? In this case, there's a court order. The Illinois Supreme Court has looked this over. I read the entire court document on this, okay? They looked it over and they realized, hey, you know what? There is cause to, take this to trial and to actually sue him for defamation. So as a result, you have these judges making a decision, and that makes me comfortable. If there weren't judges making a decision and it was just the federal government saying, hey, hand over this information, then I'd have a problem with it.
Because they're not casting a wide net in this case. It's based on a specific court order.
Exactly.
On the other hand, I'm sure that other people would say, hey, look, the government asked for a lot of court orders that are questionable. So I'm going to throw it to the audience. I want to do a poll on it on the TYT app. Do you think that Comcast should turn over his information or not? I think that the answer might be more surprising than we realize, but I'm with you, Anna. I'm going to vote that they should in this case. Because if a guy came out in a mask and took just a random person in the community, right? Your dad, or the mayor, or whatever, whoever it is, make it a non-political person, right? And so that guy's a child predator, and the court said, remove your mask. He's like, no, I'm not going to remove my mask. That'd be weird, right? Yeah. Of course, if the court ordered it, we got to find out who you are so that you could have this proceeding, right?
Yeah.
In essence, the internet becomes everybody's mask.
That's absolutely true, and I don't think that the internet should be a free-for-all. I believe in free speech, but there's a difference between free speech and speech that's not protected, and defamation of character is not the type of speech that's protected. You can't go online and just say that someone is a child predator, because that leads to serious harm in that person's life, especially if they're not a child predator, right?
Right, and that's why you have the defamation laws to begin with.
Yeah.
If you don't agree with the defamation laws, well, that's a different issue for you. But but overall, in this case, if you believe in defamation, I think the court has a right to find out who you are if you did it.